friends, I'm Vanessa Musi. I'm here with you today. We're going to make these amazing banana cakes which are gluten-free, low sugar, and vegan. Come see us bake, and we're going to make these amazing muffin tops or muffin bars. So let's start baking. We're going to make one of my favorite recipes today, which is made with garbanzo bean flour. Yes, you heard it right, garbanzo bean flour. They are high in fiber, high in protein, great for your immune system, and it's gluten-free and it tastes amazing. So this is one of my signature recipes. So stay tuned. We're going to make two products out of this. We're going to make muffin tops and muffin bars. So it's a really simple 5-minute recipe that you can make any day at home. So we have our preheated oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and we have our mise en place over here. So we're going to have all our ingredients set up, and you can make all these variations. So take notes. We're going to be baking really fast, and you're going to need a sifter, 2 bowls, and we're going to sift all the dry ingredients except the sweeteners. Here's our garbanzo bean flour. It's a great source of protein and fiber. It's wonderful for diabetics. And we have our sea salt, baking soda, and check the recipe below, the link, and you will see the notes on high altitudes, which we're going to be watching, okay? So let's look over here. We have cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon over here. You can switch to adding nutmeg over here, and just going to sift these. Remember to save the rest of your ingredients. Just sift that really easily. I mean, again, this is a really fast recipe. You could bake anytime at home. It has a long shelf life, and it's great for the family, for the kids, super kid-friendly. And it's one of those recipes that you can make anytime really, really fast. So we've got all the dry ingredients sifted over here, except the sweetener, remember? Let's put that to the side. And in the second bowl, we're going to make the wet ingredients. So we have 2 versions of this recipe. You can make 2 versions, the vegan or the non-vegan. So it could be vegetarian or vegan. So you can use 2 eggs or replace eggs with a mixture of water, psyllium husks, and vegetable oil, and that replaces the 2 eggs. And we have our banana puree. It must be mature bananas. Don't get them too black because they'll have a high alcohol content. We'll put them over here. We have vanilla extract, and we have our coconut sugar, and we have our low glycemic sweetener over here. You can mix them or just use one or the other. So this is 0 glycemic, 0 carbs, and this is our coconut sugar. And we have coconut oil over here, melted, organic, preferably. And we have our dairy-free coconut yogurt. Keep the garnishes to the side on your tray, so you can use them later. You're going to only need a whisk. It's really simple. Just whisk everything together. So we're going to start with our egg substitute over here, and you want to have your spatula handy. Let's pull this to the side so you can see this closer up. So I don't know about you, but I really love banana bread, and the kids love banana bread. So that's a great recipe, and you can also substitute with butternut squash or sweet potato. That's another option. Let's put that over here. We have our sweeteners over here. Our vanilla, we're going to start mixing. So I love this recipe because it's the best of 3 worlds. It's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's low sugar, and it's high in protein and high in fiber. So it looks a little bit lumpy over here. That's because the egg substitute thickens. Just mix it up really well. Add this coconut yogurt or any dairy-free yogurt. That's going to give it more moisture and a spongier texture. See, now it's binding really well. Make sure you break down the egg substitute. And it's smelling really, really good. This is one of my husband's favorite recipes, by the way. So I'm really happy to make it with you guys. So now we're adding the banana puree. So this is a cup of banana puree. It's basically almost 3 bananas. You can blend them with a hand blender. And we're adding the coconut oil towards the end. You can also do this in a mixer to make it faster or easier. Just mix the same way with a whisk attachment. And we're adding the melted coconut oil. It should be warm. Just add that right in. And what's great about this recipe is you can make 1 loaf cake or 6 small cakes or muffin tops. So let's put this on the side. Always keep this. We're going to need that one in a little bit. And now we have our sifted flours and baking powder, baking soda, salt over here, and cinnamon. So garbanzo bean flour also stabilizes blood sugar levels, so that's a really great property and benefit of this garbanzo bean flour. And this one specifically does not taste beany, and it doesn't taste like hummus or any of that kind of stuff. So it's a great way to bake, and you can use it 100%. That's what I love about it. And we've made all sorts of recipes. We've made brownies, we've made cookies. Everything has turned out amazing. So just keep it. Just mix it until it binds together. Don't overmix. Okay. So it's garbanzo bean flour really absorbs moisture. It's kind of almost like coconut flour. So make sure you understand that. It just looks a little bit different. It looks more spongy. But there you go, that's the texture you'll achieve over here. Now we're gonna blend it, mix it with our spatula, and we're gonna pour it into our pans or any container you wanna bake with a scoop. Over here, just leave that there. And we're gonna bring the baking pans options. So options, we have a lot. I love baking with all sorts of materials or sizes and shapes. This I love because it's a muffin top. So we want to make like muffin discs. So it's between a cookie and a muffin. So it's basically the muffin top, which we really love. So we're going to put the batter here, and then we can add berries on top. And you can use this, which is a silicone flexi pan, which is the shape of muffins. And always bake silicone pans on top of a perforated tray. They bake better, they bake evenly, and then you can cool them off immediately. So that's my suggestion over here. And the third option that we have over here, which I love, is another silicone baking pan, which is a muffin bar, which is great for school, great for snacks, great for traveling. This I love. You can bake them and then freeze them, so that's a great option. Great gifts. And you can also bake them in these liners, which make excellent, beautiful gifts for the holidays, or just making anything really fun. That's great. And they last really long, and it just keeps the moisture in. This is a cool gift. So let's put these to the side and start making the muffin tops. And I've put aside a few garnishes that you can add. You can add seeds. You could add date sugar on top, gluten-free oats, flax seeds, a mixture of pecans and walnuts that are chopped. So anything, or berries that are in the freezer. So berries are really fun to do mixed with banana. They pair really well. Now we have a large size scoop over here. We're going to start making these. So a little bit more than a scoop. You want to fill them 2/3 of the way full. I'm just going to do 3, and then I'm going to do some muffin bars as well. So these will have berries. So you'll need one of these angled spatulas that every pastry chef has. I love this one specifically because it's nice and thick and wide. Just spread it out a little bit, and there you go. We're going to add the berries on top, and that's a really great recipe there. So let's pull out the berries from the freezer. Don't defrost them. Keep them frozen. You can add raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, or even cranberries go really well, or you can do a mixture of all of this. So let's put raspberries. I love raspberries with banana. I love blueberries with banana, great combinations. Over here, you could do rhubarb. Rhubarb season is coming. We're now in rhubarb season, so that's a good combination as well. And it looks really, really festive and really springy over there. Some blackberries. Make sure you buy these organic. These have to be organic. So don't add too many berries, because if you add too many berries, it's going to be too moist, right? If you want a longer shelf life, you'd have to add seeds to make it last longer. And again, you can bake, once you've baked them, you can freeze these products. So there we go, guys. That's it. We're going to bake this in a high oven, 350, for around 10 minutes maximum. Depends on your oven, depends on your tray. Let's pop that in. And you could have sprinkled some oatmeal on top. Let's do the muffin bars. You don't need to grease the silicone, but I've greased it a little bit just so I know it'll flip out really fast, just because we're in a really fast class today. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna line these. So these are great for breakfast, for brunch, again, for school snacks, for traveling, for your office. They're not too sweet, and they're super, super healthy. You can also make them with pumpkin. Pumpkin bakes really, really well. Just use your spatula and grab the extras over here. And make sure they're all the same, filled the same, because you don't want to pull the smaller ones out of the oven, so they bake super evenly. You'll need your spatula once more. You need to fill them up 2/3 full. Don't go a little over that because they'll spread out, and you want them to be spongy, not spread out. So make sure we get that the same level. And now we can add some seeds on top and some oatmeal, and that's another option. So it kind of looks like another recipe, but it's the same thing. Just clean these edges up a little bit. There we go. So we're going to add some oats. I really like the combination of oats and poppy seeds. I like the combination of flax seeds. Make sure they're organic. These golden flax seeds are organic over here. That's a lot of omega-3 that we need to eat, and fiber to incorporate every day in our meals. And we're going to add some pumpkin seeds. Great source of iron as well. And we could add some sunflower seeds, great source of vitamin E. And then we could also add some pecans, which go really nicely with banana cake over here. And we're going to finish with some date sugar. So date sugar is really something that I've been baking a lot with. I love the texture, I love the flavor. It's really low in sugar, and it's really full of fiber, and such an interesting touch to any baked good product you make. So that's it, guys. We're going to make these for like 15 minutes. These are going to take a little longer because it's silicone. Silicone takes longer to bake and longer than metal or aluminum. So you want to be more patient with these and pop them in at the same time. Beautiful, you guys. We're here. They're amazing. So that took around 10 or 12 minutes. Make sure you check it with a toothpick. Just pop it in the thickest part and make sure it comes out clean. leave it rest for 10 minutes. You can use your perforated tray as a cooling rack. Put a paper liner. This is a half sheet pan. You get this on Amazon. Really super handy. And then let this cool for a little bit. Then you're going to take them out, plop them out, and then is where you can let it at room temperature. You can freeze them, or we'll try and pop a few out. So just invert the tray on top. It's easier. Put the paper directly on top. Make sure you don't get burned. Just flip it down. Then switch over like this. And then we'll lift them out of here. So that came out perfect. And I'll show you, we'll flip it over again. Just flip them over with your hands. They're delicate. So they're kind of like almost a pancake and a muffin and a cookie. So there you go, you guys. Thank you for joining us. We'll pop out the other ones in a little bit. They're still baking. These are amazing, and I can't wait to eat one. We can present them here in this beautiful tray. And we'll pop them over here once they've cooled. Just put them on a tray to present on a brunch or for food styling or photography here. Put that there. And then the other ones are taking longer. Hey, our muffin bars are ready and we're pulling them out of the oven. Those took twice as long, so make sure you just take your time. And over here, just make sure you pinch them with a toothpick to make sure they're ready. Let them sit for around 10 minutes, and then you're going to go and unmold them like this, like the same way we did before. Put the paper first. Flip your tray on top. You can do this with a cutting board as well, and make sure you twist it over. You need two cloths. Flip it over like that. And then carefully, because this is really hot, just pull them out like that. And then you're going to flip them over once more. So vegan baking takes longer than normal baking, traditional baking. When there's eggs, things bake faster. So just make sure, that's a tip you can learn today, is when there's no eggs, things usually take longer, especially when you're using banana or any puree will take longer to bake. That's what I've learned over a lot of baking trials and test kitchens. So there we go, they're beautiful. Have a close-up over here. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please subscribe below and share it with your friends. Share it on social media, and see you on Instagram at Chef Vanessa Musi. And see you soon. Bye.